the last video, we discussed my most anticipated new gameplay features in eFootball 2022, and as you've seen, there are plenty of them that will change core mechanics like dribbling and defending towards a more skill-based, less assisted, and more deliberate and therefore more rewarding gameplay. Unfortunately, and for unknown reasons, the game is launching in about 10 days with many missing features, like tactics that we can edit. So this video will be all about the upcoming updates that Konami have confirmed will be coming over the next 3 to 4 months. Speaking of tactics, this brings me to the sponsor of this video. Top 11 is a free-to-play football management game available on iOS, Android, and web browser. As a manager in Top 11, you are in charge of every aspect of your club. Signing players, running training, setting up formations, and ultimately leading the squad to winning trophies is just part of the experience of managing. You play against other managers from all around the world. There are 4 competitions happening in every Top 11 season: the League, the Cup, the Champions League, and the Super League. There's lots of fun ways to play with your friends. You can team up and form an association and play against other groups of managers around the world. You can also set up a friendly championship and form a league with your friends, all to compete for the bragging rights of who is the best football manager among you. There's something for every football fan in Top 11. You can customize your ground, you can collect jerseys and emblems, and lots more. I've included a link in the description to install Top 11's football management game, so if you're in a rush to edit tactics, which I absolutely am, go ahead and click the link in the description. Now let's talk about eFootball's updates. At number 1, the Gamescom trailer revealed a brand new super cancel mechanic where you simply hold down one button, I think it's L2, while moving your player away from the ball. So you get to choose when to trap the ball, which is extremely useful in one-on-one battles. It is absolutely mind-baffling that the game is launching without this core gameplay mechanic, but at the same time, I'm extremely glad to see Super Cancel being simplified from the rather complicated R1 plus R2 hold in previous games, which was difficult to pull off, especially on FUMA when you have a bunch of other calculations to worry about. And again, in real life, moving away from the ball is not a complicated move, and I'm glad to see that the game's controls now reflect that. At number 2, yes, another gameplay mechanic missing from the game. Last year, many players had the ability to pull off these beautiful special kicks, whether they were long lofted passes or quick and sweet lofted balls that made it to their target faster than a traditional lofted pass. These also included dipping shots or rising shots, which I really loved. The producer of the game didn't like how they were triggered in a kinda random way, so in the upcoming update, holding down R2 leads to a power bar that takes longer to fill up. So you need to make sure you have proper space and time to execute these special kicks, which I think is quite realistic and serves to penalize players who afford their opponents this kind of space. At number 3, this game is launching with only 9 teams, making it more like a free demo at this point. Konami admitted it's more like a demo, but they're launching it as a full game. We all know why. They simply can't launch 2 months after FIFA, otherwise they risk losing their entire player base. So now, we get this free demo labeled as a full game. We simply need more teams, and Konami has confirmed that we will be getting over 600 teams, and many leagues, along with an edit mode that is quite similar to last year's modes, so we can bring in those licensed kits that they were not able to outbid EA for. This brings me to number 4, which is offline modes. I am an exclusive offline player, but that was mainly because of all the lag and cheating that was much easier with peer-to-peer connections. But even with Konami shifting to dedicated servers that should offer an offline-esque experience, for many players, Master League and offline leagues are the only reason to play this game. Konami has already promised this update will be coming as a paid option, which makes sense as offline options have always been paid for, so this is absolutely an update I will be purchasing on day 1. Finally, at number 5, PES as a series has always been known for its very realistic and effective tactical management, bringing real-life tactics to PES in a way that actually changes how you play, where you can easily replicate how teams play in real life, sometimes down to the individual player level. Unfortunately, this game is launching with 5 tactics you get to choose from, and they each decide how your team defends, attacks, and how your player moves. This is an absolute travesty compared to PES 2021's tactics, where you go to choose between over 100 different combinations of attacking options, defending options, as well as individual player level tactics. Fortunately, Konami has indicated that tactical editing and what they call individual player instructions will come at a future but not immediate update, so this will certainly be a game changer when we finally get it. eFootball is no longer an annual release and has shifted to a model where the game updates throughout the year, so things can improve fast without having to wait a whole year for things like fouls to be improved, which I am looking forward to test in exactly 2 weeks since they mentioned that the collision model has been fixed. It's still unclear when or if Konami will be updating the game to use Unreal Engine 5, which will be a monumental upgrade in the look of the game, which eFootball really needs after seeing the disappointing leak from the Hong Kong conference, which pales compared to any footage from the modded PES game on PC last year. But I'll save the graphical review for when the game is out. That's it for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.